Hello and welcome everyone to today's commodity report for the 11th of October 2018, presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. So today we'll be taking a closer look at crude oil prices and also having a look at gold as well. We've seen quite significant moves here over the last 24 hours, with oil prices dropping more than 2% on Wednesday, and broadly speaking we've seen quite a significant sell-off here as well on US equity markets too. Now on Wednesday, we did see a report from the US Energy Administration, the monthly US government forecast on Wednesday for crude oil output, and that has suggested that in 2018, it is expected that crude oil output will grow to a record high, and that has certainly put some pressure on oil here on Wednesday as well. In fact, that lined up perfectly for the sell short that we've been in this week, as we discussed on the week ahead commodity report that we were looking for sell short opportunities this week on crude oil, and that has worked out very nicely indeed. So with that, we'll move over to the charts and we'll talk you through the next levels that we're looking at on both oil and gold as well. So first of all, if we move over to WTI crude oil, this of course has had the expected move that we've been anticipating this week. We saw the potential for a V-shaped reversal top to get put in towards the end of last week. We had our sell signal into the close on Friday, which had developed, and very simply we broke through the neckline today after a slight retrace in the early part of the week, which actually gave opportunities to get in at a better price. And what we've seen is just this continuation and breakdown in price here during the US session on Wednesday, and our sell short on US oil has moved into profit. Now the next key levels that I would look at here, if we do get a continuation later on this week, on Thursday we of course have the US oil inventories data. Normally that comes out on Wednesdays at 3:30 London time. This week it will be on Thursday at 4 o'clock London time, so we could certainly see some volatility on that during the afternoon on Thursday too. I would watch out for that. The next key levels that I would look at here for US oil, if we were to continue to sell off here, first of all resides at the weekly pivot, which is approximately 72.25 zone. If we continue to get a follow through beyond that, I am looking for a revisit to approximately the 71.30 zone, taking the price back towards a monthly pivot here as well. But if we were to continue to get more pressure to the downside later on this week, that's the next key level that I would look at here with oil. Do note though that we have come into a bit of support towards the lower end of the recent channel here, so we may get a bit of a bounce at this zone. It depends how the price action does react to this level. We've started to take some profits now off the table with our sell short. It's been a really fast move here on Wednesday, and this is a point where I would look at maybe a bit of a retracement at this zone. But if we were to sell off later on in the week, then I would look for a potential move down to approximately the 71.30 zone for WTI crude oil. Now moving over to Brent crude oil, very similar here as well in terms of the sell-off that we've been anticipating since the weekend. We've seen this rolling over a price on Wednesday. We've revisited back down towards the weekly pivot here, approximately testing the 82.61 zone into the close here. That's of course coming after last week where Brent crude oil broke out to 4-year highs. We were just getting very overbought, overdue a correction, and we've now seen that move. The question is whether we've completed the sell-off yet or whether we've got a little bit more downside to go. I would suggest that we could have some more downside if we do break support during the oil inventories data on Thursday, or possibly later in the week. Could still see a $1 to $2 move lower for Brent crude oil if we do break back below the weekly lows here. So I certainly wouldn't rule that out, but the optimum time to be selling into oil this week was of course at the retrace back towards the upper end of this channel, which has worked out really well. Now moving over to gold, again as we mentioned on the week ahead report, gold is a very lucrative market to trade the range, and this is exactly what we're taking advantage of at the moment. We've seen yet again $1,180 just above that zone provides support. Again, we have a buy signal on gold. We've entered already into this trade at the beginning of the week at a much better entry price, but I still see the potential for more upside here. My ultimate target on gold over this week would be a move back above 1200s and moving back towards $1,208 again here. And so far this week, retracements back towards the lower end of the channel have been really great buying opportunities. We have a buy signal here again with gold into the close on Wednesday. Of course, if you'd like to find out the exact trades that we are taking at the Gold and Silver Club in real time, and you would like to get access to all of the services that we provide at the Gold and Silver Club, there is an opportunity for you to join us. You can join the Gold and Silver Club and our community of successful traders. By being a member of the Gold and Silver Club, you have access to live trade alerts. Those are delivered via WhatsApp, email and SMS. You have have access to mentorship, expert advice, in-depth market analysis, and trusted insights so you can know earlier how to act quicker and maximize your return on every trade opportunity. In order to find out more information, all you need to do is go to www.jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description. So just click on the link, make an application, and we will of course get in touch with you ASAP, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you will be kept updated with the latest commodity reports.